know. Aloha, YouTube. We waiting for this to officially start.
We live.
Aloha, YouTube. This is your boy Crypto Roots and Everything Currency. It's the Elon Marley podcast, episode number 17, brother. 17. We knocking them
Yeah,
down.
knocking them out. What up,
We
brother?
knocking
How
them
you
out.
been?
Man, I definitely been chill. I've been mellow. When you read about what's going on in the news in China and all types of places, you're just grateful that, you know what I'm saying, you still alive and healthy, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, exactly. You know, health is wealth. After all, after everything.
So, damn, what's new in the crypto game to you? What is
What's
actually
new? Oh
what's the
man,
new?
not uh NFTs, man. Everybody's going hype on these NFT hype.
Yeah, no doubt. It's
Y-
actually taken off bigger than I expected, and it's still
Yeah,
only getting started.
yeah,
It's still
exactly. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I can't believe NFTs are really popping off like this crazy.
But we got to talk about that top shots though, because that shit is not decentralized, bro.
Hey,
People people complaining, bro.
it
People
is what
complaining.
it is. You gonna worry about it being decentralized or you gonna make your money?
Well, if you can't withdraw your money, that's a whole nother thing. I just been hearing all types of
Oh,
complaints.
people got
So you know what
issues
I'm saying?
with withdrawing. Okay, if they got
Oh
issues
hell
withdrawing, that's a
yeah.
different
Oh yeah.
story. Yeah,
You know
yeah,
the NBA. You know the NBA owns some of that shit though, right?
yeah. It's NBA Top Shots. They got to right.
I mean, I thought it was just. Actually never looked into it, to be honest. I'm not into basketball, but I can
hmm
see how other people. Can you actually explain it for the people who don't know what NBA Top Shots is?
NBA Top Shots is a NFT platform that is providing NFTs of things in the NBA, and it's basically like they tokenize a video, put it in an NFT. You know what I'm saying? And then they go ahead and like sell it as a one of a kind like highlight, basically. And
Like,
people can buy these packs, and these packs will have random NFTs in it. And some NFTs, of course, are worth. I mean, some highlights are, of course, better than other ones, right? You know what I'm
well, I
saying?
mean, it all depends on the value of it. What I want the Derek Fisher 0.04 seconds on the clock win that fucking Laker game. That's the only thing I want.
Exactly.
That's
See
the only thing I
that's where
want.
you
I don't
got
even watch
NFTs
that.
like that. You know, you want NFTs like that for somebody like you. You're like, yo, if I seen that game, I want that NFT. I can't find that highlight online because the NBA probably got it protected. And then once you own that NFT, who knows what you're able to do with it once you own the license to it.
Well, yeah, but what I'm are the is the player who fucking made the shot getting actually directly paid from the NFT? And if not, there's the issue.
Well, that's where you have like with the players in the people don't understand about the players in the NBA and the players in the NFL and stuff like that. There's a players association, so there's like a kind of like what is it called? Like a group behind it, you know what I mean, that takes care of the players, make sure they're not getting gypped, make sure they're doing certain things. So they actually own licenses to the stuff. And then of course the player, depending on who you are, you might get a certain royalties every time your name is mentioned or something like that anyway. So of course it's probably good for the players in the long run. If somebody, if like that rookie who sold his rookie card for his NBA Top Shots went for like $200,000. I'm sure he had some type of license to that. You know what I mean? So yeah, people are cashing out on those.
Yeah, and that's only the beginning. So I'm just making sure everything's coming through clear. That's only
Yeah,
the
yeah.
beginning. Um, but the whole, I don't know. I've been just reading mixed opinions about the whole Flow blockchain and NBA Top Shots, and I definitely can't say because I don't haven't dived deep into it.
Mhm.
But I support it overall. I just don't support. I would appreciate if the NBA player got more of the direct, got more of the ownership of the NFT or more royalties from the NFT, not necessarily dudes who sat on their ass and watched the people win the game and collected money from the game that they won, and then the
Well, it's a
NFTs that
collectible, right? It's just like it's just like a basketball card. You know what I'm saying? As the NBA player, hopefully your agent factored that in, like, yo, I got a good player. That's why I'm gonna need a million a year. I'm gonna need 2 million a year, because it's not just me playing basketball. It's the fact that you're gonna use my name, you're gonna use my jersey, you're gonna make basketball cards off of it. So, I'm pretty sure it's pretty factored in there pretty well. But
Okay, go
like, I
ahead.
think that's where, that's pretty much where it is. Like baseball cards, basketball cards. If you got a Michael Jordan rookie card or something like that, it's worth a lot of money nowadays. So just picture that just going digital on NFTs with NBA Top Shots.
Press 9 in the chat if we're both coming through clearly, voice and video. We just want to make sure everything's all set up properly. We're still trying to get this down. Now, I don't think that is a good thing that the NBA Top Shots is, that's cool. But what I feel it's going to have more of an impact, the NFT thing, is on the music industry.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That's going to definitely change the whole shit up.
You see where that's actually popping off. You had that DJ actually sold his album for $11 million or something like that.
Yeah, man. I need to look more into that. I actually need to start. I don't want to give up anything in the future, but I'm already looking into my own version of NFTs. And I hear you have some as well.
Yeah. I do have some NFTs that I'm working on, NFT projects and stuff like that. Actually, this is right here. This little dude right here, this Spartan right here, this is like a prototype of one of the NFTs that I have.
Okay.
That's gonna be, it's just a prototype, but I'm trying to work on a whole NFT thing. It's taking a lot to put it together, because I'm gonna need, depending on how I want to do it, I might need developers. I definitely need more design artists and video artists and stuff like that. If you're a 3D designer or something like that, hit me up.
Bro,
I'll pay you to get some things done for me. I need them done.
Jobs for Bitcoin, bro.
Let's
Jobs
do
for
it.
Bitcoin on Reddit. That's all you need. Go to the subreddit, Jobs for Bitcoin. And I'm telling you, people hungry for money right now.
For sure. I'll check that out. I'll check
You
that
can
out for
straight up.
sure. I'm just throwing it out to the fans, but I'll check that out
yeah.
for sure. I'll check that out for
Yeah.
sure.
Jobs for Bitcoin, jobs for ETH. You can get damn near anything done the same day, no matter what type of like designs, memes, logos, all that shit. People are desperate, so you can pay low. I made a video. Cheap, talented labor has never been so cheap.
Oh, that's a good one.
I made a video. Talented labor has never been so cheap. Due to this whole everybody's out the game, everybody's out. They're looking for some way to make money online, and they're looking for a currency that's going up in value. That's more of a story. But I'm telling you, you can get shit done for $10-$20, man. Just they want you to link your social media profile so that, you're credible. But for the most part, somebody gets the work done. You just pay them in Bitcoin or ETH.
Dope. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah,
I do it all the time.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out. Speaking of, let me go into something real quick, because I gotta tell you a story. So speaking of these like jobs and stuff like that, so I had a dude hit me up, right? He goes, "Hey, can you do a review for me of a project, right?"
Okay.
I'm like, "Oh yeah. He goes, I just want you to go ahead and try to just make a cool video. You don't have to show your face, whatever, and I'll just pay you to make a video just showing people what our project does and stuff like this." I'm like, "Oh, okay, for sure." So he gives me the info. Now, before you do a review, you got to go and do some research and do your review, right?
Absolutely.
Bro,
That's standard.
I go through the project, and the project has already been rug pulled.
And how'd you figure that out?
Because I go and so in the review, like if you do a review, of course they're going to tell you a couple things for you to check out, right? Like show our platform off to the people. So I go to look at the platform, and it says, hey, to get on the platform, go ahead and buy some of our token on Uniswap. So I look for the token on Uniswap. There's no liquidity for the token on Uniswap. Of course, if you don't have liquidity for the token on Uniswap, you look at the info, right? You look at the info and you see all the liquidity got removed at once on a certain day. That's a rug pull. And so that's it. I looked and I'm like, hey, yo, no liquidity for the token. It's rug pulled. Like, why would you want to review this product? And he goes, yo, well, I don't see what the problem is. Can't you just do the video? And I'm like, bro, I can't possibly do the video. Even if, first of all, I don't want to do the video because I don't want to even have nothing to do with putting out anything about a
All right.
project that's already been
So,
rug pulled. You know what I mean?
so here's the way I'm interpreting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, bro, can you advertise my new store I just opened up? Sure, no problem, bro. You go to the store, it's all been robbed from the guy who set up the store.
No, worse than
Like,
that,
bro,
it's the guy who set up the store is robbing people on the way in. He already
yeah.
got hostages inside the store, and he's like,
and,
well, I don't see nothing
and,
wrong with that. Can you review it though?
you know, I mean, the internet is a pretty crazy place, and not just that, it's the minds that decide to use the internet, you know, and
Right.
you'll run into some very, very awkward people, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I don't want to bring this up because it really doesn't have nothing to do with crypto. It has to do with like my drama with the other dude. But people like contact me directly. You need a lawyer right now. Please contact me. This is an emergency. I'm like, nigga, that shit was like 2 years ago, bro. Like, you need a lawyer, and the name of his account, bro, is called the non-lawyer. This dude is trying to get me to be his lawyer, to be my lawyer, but his actual name is the non-lawyer. Why the fuck would I ask you to be my lawyer when your name is literally the non? It's like, so some of this shit is just like damn near too
Yeah.
cartoonish.
So I just say that to just say to people like, man, still be careful out there, man, because you have some people out there who just they don't even know what they believe in at this point. You know what I mean? Just be careful out there. There's some weirdos out there for sure.
And me and you, who are growing in popularity when it comes to cryptocurrency and a bigger audience, it's like more problems, more people, or more people, more problems. That's the kind of how I see it. Instead of more money, more problems, more people, more problems. Because the more your channel grows, you got these random people who just want to kind of like all of a sudden, I don't know, feel that they should have priority over your time and attention, right? For free, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm very limited on who and how I interact with people. But let's get back on the crypto shit, okay? So what's up with your cousin? What's up with your cousin and the XRP investor? What's up?
The
I'm curious about
XRP,
him.
the XRP holders, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't hear from them when the price is not doing nothing.
Oh yeah, they're not,
They're
they're
not.
invisible.
They're not saying anything when the price is not doing anything.
But guess who is? These Cardano heads. And I never thought they would be to the extent that they are. But I'm telling you, they're like the fucking virus now.
I don't understand all the infighting, man. I got some Cardano, I got some ETH. I feel like they're doing different things, and I'm gonna ride it out. The thing about it is I don't know if ETH 2.0 is gonna be successful, but I'm banking on it. And I don't know if Cardano is gonna be successful, but I see that they're working on some things, so it is what it
Well,
is.
here's the only issue with the larger community, not me directly, is that you have a new influx of people,
Mm-hmm.
and you got the same thing. You got the shills, you got the maxis, right? And you got new people coming in, throwing money at ADA because they've been told to, they've been influenced to, that they actually really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem, because more than likely Cardano really doesn't have much to show. It is actually next to XRP, even worse than XRP is pure speculation. XRP's got a stain on it now, right? Cardano doesn't got the stain, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
fly high, moon to the sky, right? So that's the issue. That's the issue with, are we falling into an egotistical narcissist Charles Hopkins type of fantasy? Like, I mean, come on. That's the disappointing thing, is that
I
they
think the
really
thing
have
about it
nothing
is
to
that,
show.
well, I will stick up for Cardano and say, if you're not doing research, if you're a maxi, like if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, right? You're not doing research on Ethereum. You're just like, oh, that's some bull crap. Bitcoin was first, just the most decentralized because we don't have Satoshi, and you guys got Vitalik. Blah 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 blah. But if you're not doing your research over there, you don't really know what Cardano's working on, and you say, hey, look, Cardano actually got about 170 projects that are working on it right now. They got a bunch of partnerships. They got a bunch of things that they're doing, academia wise, this and that. Yeah, it's not the best for decentralized finance. We can admit that. Ethereum is already proven that it is the best for decentralized finance, but it hasn't really proven that because we need lower gas fees. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Cardano, what are they good at? What are they working on? What they got going on over there? And is that going to be a good investment in, you know, in the long run for me? As far as, I mean, that's how I look at things. So it's like when it comes to ETH, I'm banking on it being decentralized finance. If you're trying to mess with ETH on the decentralized finance side, get out of here. Give me something else. You know what I mean? What else are you working on? Because that ain't gonna be the only thing. Just like NBA Top Shots. Look, yeah, it's centralized. So what, bro? You gonna be mad if you made 100,000 on a centralized platform?
You know what? I disagree with some of your opinions, and we're not here.
You ain't gonna be mad at you gonna be mad at making $100,000 on a centralized platform.
Oh, okay.
That's the question.
That's a good question. Before I get into that question, Gliding TV, what's up, brother? I appreciate the love. Thank you for showing the chat is working. Am I gonna be mad off making 100 grand on a centralized platform? Everybody's gonna be like, no, of course I would. Of course I would. Here, I will be twice, if not 3 times mad, making 100 grand on a centralized platform and knowing that I can't fucking take it off.
But what if you can?
But no. The butt.
But
is where
you're saying
the butt.
Your butt is super huge, though.
No. Well, the butt is super huge when it comes to centralized fund. The butt is,
bro. Look, it's the stock. The whole stock market is centralized, bro. You think people?
That's why I don't do stocks.
But you think people care though? They're making millions.
Bro.
That's why they don't give a shit. So it's like you're telling me you're gonna give up on making money because you're scared that you might not be able to.
No. Putting words in my mouth. I'm not giving up on making. I'm not giving up on making money.
You're passing on it. Just passing on it.
I'm choosing to make to invest in decentralized finance where I have full control and ownership of my money. So my choice is to always know that there is no buts versus having a but, and that's where I draw the line. And I'm not here to discourage any.
But you're forgetting all the buts of decentralized finance. But what if they rug pull? But what if they run off with your money? But what if they get what if the liquidity goes away? What if they get, you know, what if they decide something we don't like?
No.
Yeah,
it doesn't necessarily doesn't work that way.
There's a bunch of buts, bro.
You can minimize these buts. You can minimize the buts by checking the contract address.
It's the same buts.
Nah.
What if it's a scam? That's the same buts.
Nah, not necessarily. No, it's not.
If it's centralized, it's centralized, you're worried about I can't withdraw my money. So you're saying, what if it's a scam? If it's decentralized,
the but that the Ethereum network is suspended when you're using the Binance Smart Chain versus I can just withdraw my shit from SushiSwap or Uniswap. That's a big.
Okay,
but,
now if we're
bro.
talking about Binance Smart Chain, I got different thoughts on Binance Smart Chain.
So no, you can't.
You can't. Yes, you can, because you got to be smart on the investments that you are getting into, and that's what I'm saying.
Well, we both agree on that.
You can't just turn away from all platforms and say, it's centralized, it's centralized. No. If I have a good reason to believe that Cardano is going to be okay for me, and I have a good reason to believe that Binance is doing some shady shit, then that's a whole completely different description that you have to make. But trying to say, hey, that's centralized, I'm not going to fuck with it, versus that's decentralized, I'll fuck with all decentralized. Nah, either one could be a scam. But if I see scam things going on with Cardano, or if I see scam things going on with Binance Chain, we're like, okay, yeah, Binance Chain is over here making some shady shit, some attacks against Ethereum, then I won't fuck with Binance Chain in that way, because I don't want to be subject to those attacks against Ethereum. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. So I'm nobody to tell anybody how to spend their money. Okay.
Me neither. I'm just saying, just think about it.
But what Crypto Rootz doesn't want to hear is I don't want to hear anybody complaining to me, yo, Rootz, emergency late night email. I'll pay you any amount of money. Can you please wake up and help me get my money off Binance? Yo, Rootz, I just lost my money, or I can't figure out the Cardano wallet. Something, I don't want to hear anybody coming to me about any centralized bullshit that, you know what I'm saying? You know, if
And
it's
you don't want to
Uniswap
hear
Pro,
anybody coming to me saying, "Hey, Roots, that project you told me to invest in got rug pulled,
I
and I'm
never told
holding on
anybody to
to."
invest in nothing.
No,
So
but
let's
I'm just
get
saying.
that straight.
But that project the project you mentioned got rug pulled. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Well,
you don't want to hear none of that. You don't want to hear
we
nothing about nobody getting scammed.
well, we got to understand what rug pulls actually are, how they're happen, and
The same thing if
there's
you can withdraw your money from a centralized platform, you got to realize why not. For the
all right.
majority of the time, like people, if you go into a platform and they say, "Hey, you need to do KYC," I'll be like, "I'm not doing that. I won't even touch it." But if you go in there and you try to work around their little KYC rules and you can't withdraw your money off, that's your own fault.
Yeah, you know what? None of
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
In my opinion, anybody listening, avoid that headache and only deal with 1 inch, Sushi Swap, or Uni. In my opinion, avoid the headache. Avoid it. Okay. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I had a very unique problem today with Uniswap when trying to remove my liquidity. It was very, very unique and uncommon.
With Sushi Swap?
No, with Uniswap.
Oh, okay.
I tried to withdraw from the Dig ETH pool. I added liquidity into a while ago. I wasn't making enough fees. I'm like, yo, let me just pull my liquidity. And for some reason, it wouldn't work. And I had to go in the Uniswap Discord and had to chat with the devs, and the devs had to do a little extra research. I had to pull up the council. We had to go through the contracts. And what happened? I don't know what happened. I thought I got rugged, literally. So everything you're saying, I've already experienced.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Right? I thought I got rugged because they're like, yo, you can't pull the liquidity out. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, so ended up being, I had to raise my slippage to like 10%, which is absolutely insane. Not to buy it, but to pull it out. So I had to raise my slippage to 10% to withdraw liquidity. And that's how I was able to fix it. It was some sort of small little bug. And I didn't know that you can have slippage on withdrawing your liquidity. Did you know that?
What, slippage on withdrawing your liquidity?
Well, no, you know slippage when buying it, obviously, but withdrawing it has slippage as well. Did you know that?
Well, yeah. Anytime you're doing any type of swap, it's gonna have slippage depending on if the price tries to move or something, right?
Correct. It's the way the contract. So yeah, you're doing a token swap from your interest bearing tokens back to your token. So I didn't know I had slippage, but so yeah, I understand. I doubted Uni today that I got rugged and that Uni wasn't but it was all good. It just was a small little bug. It just happened in a small pool, but the freedom and peace of mind knowing that I can pull my money out at any time. Peace of mind is priceless.
Right.
We can make as much money we want in this game, but I'm telling you, one thing worth maybe way more than all that is peace of mind that your money's safe and that you have control and ownership of it. And I'm not. So if you are going to make money on centralized platforms, get that shit off there as soon as possible once you make it. That's the only thing I would have to say. That's the only thing I would have to say.
I say that on any platform. Like it's like I made money on centralized platforms and decentralized platforms. I don't give a shit. Give me my paper. But the thing about it is, I do my research, keep everything in mind. If I see something weird, you know what I mean? Same thing it's the same shit with a decentralized platform to me anyway, because like I can see some weird shit going on with the devs over there and I'm trying to get off of there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I encourage people, whatever the hell you choose to do, you still got to be on top of your game and make sure that, you're paying attention to, for one, what the damn protocol is saying that they're doing. You know what I mean? If you don't know what the protocol is doing, like some people were getting upset. Yo, I provided liquidity for DuckDAO. Okay, when you withdraw liquidity for DuckDAO, you lose half of your liquidity. You got to know that. So don't withdraw before you ROI. You get what I'm saying? There's certain things like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's withdrawal fees on KeeperDAO. There's a 0.64% fee that goes to the people that are previously providing liquidity. So it's like basically, as soon as you jump in the game, they're like, nah, Brad, you gotta pay up. You gotta pay up to everybody that jumped in the game, like before you. And then once you're in the game, everybody got to pay. So KeeperDAO does it that way, right? So, it's pretty genius how they have these different incentive mechanisms to encourage you or discourage you from withdrawing your liquidity.
Yeah, every platform is different and they each got their own cool thing, Like for me, Alpha, my alpha for the day. Y'all ready? So for me, while we're on the subject of like liquidity and sushi, this one made me think of it. It was like, you were talking about you provided liquidity for dig and
The
uni
uni
for
pool.
dig on the uni pool. So I was thinking like, yo, did you know now if you take that out, or I had liquidity providing for Badger and uni in the uni pool, but I'm like, yo, if I take this out and provide it to the sushi pool, I'm now earning an extra token. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
earning,
I mean,
so it's like that little bit of just, hey, yo, I could take out the same money from this pool and throw it on this pool and get an extra token on top of it. Now I'm earning, Badger and X sushi.
well,
That's the,
that's called strategy, though. There's
exactly.
there's a many different routes you can take, but that's your strategy, and I'm
Mhm.
with that. And in fact,
Yeah.
that's my alpha for the day. Farm sushi. I really had that down.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha for the day is farm
You
sushi.
well say that too. That was my alpha for the day too. We had the
That's
same
crazy.
idea.
That's crazy
That
because
was
we didn't
my
even
alpha
share
for
with
the
each other.
day. Yeah,
It's
we always look before these videos, y'all. We always talk about come up with some alpha for the day for everybody, and literally, we had the same alpha for the day. That's hella funny.
yeah, I didn't even tell. Yeah, so that was my office, farm sushi. Why? Because not only can you make the fees, but not only can you, and then you can get the sushi token, but then you can stake the sushi token. So so here's the thing though. Uniswap is better pull out some fucking tricks up his sleeve for V3 though. And
Mm-hmm.
there's already rumors that V3 is right around the corner. You can see the price of unis, so Uni's gonna have to hit layer 2, which we about to talk about.
Uh huh.
And Uni better do some fucking 1-inch airdrops type shit on Uni, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you got the guns out. You got, it's like the Bloods, the Crips, and who else, right? It's like she swat.
No, I really feel that too. I really feel like
It's
like
some gang shit though.
yeah.
It's
I'm
some
like
this
it's some
liquidity wars. It's like liquidity gang wars. That's what I'm gonna call
right.
this.
I'm like
I'm gonna call it liquidity gang
Ethereum.
wars.
I'm looking Ethereum devs. If you're watching this, they got the AKs out, bro. They're coming down the street with the tank. Y'all better be on it. Y'all better be ready. Have
I'm
that
telling you,
atomic bomb ready. Be ready to drop that bomb because
I'm
these other
surprised.
platforms are coming for that liquidity. They're coming for that.
I'm surprised Uni held up from the vampire attack from Sushi and the 1-inch attack, airdrop attack, the vampire airdrop attack from 1-inch, and Uni's still holding up, bro. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying? You know what 1-inch did recently, right? They
yeah.
airdropped everybody that used Uni. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To like,
Yeah.
no, come over here. We'll give you candy, little boys and girls. Come over here. You
And
know.
I'm excited for. I was like, thank you, thank you. See that. Hey, I'm not opposed to that. Bring on that competition. Light
And
that
not just
fire under
that,
that. Right, light that fire in Ethereum's ass. They taking too long.
and not
Tired of
just
paying
that,
$50 for a swap.
and 1-inch is saying that they're gonna airdrop more. So that people are like, damn man, wonder how much shit on Uni. I could be making sushi, or I could be getting more airdrops. So you're really starting to see the liquidity on Uniswaps. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well, the
what they
thing
say,
is,
liquid.
I think we gotta remember though, bro. There's room for both. Like you seen
Is
liquidity
there
on
really?
Uniswap. Liquidity on Uniswap. Everybody's like, yo, it hit 1 billion. That was like the big number, right? We finally hit 1 billion in liquidity. It hit 2 billion in liquidity. Stayed at 2 billion in liquidity. Then sushi came in and hit 1 billion in liquidity. There's room for both.
Okay,
Yeah,
and I
that would
wouldn't
have,
disagree
you know
with
what I
you. I
mean?
wouldn't, but
Yeah, that 1 billion would have all went to uni. But hey, there's room for both. Fuck it. We don't need that much money in one platform.
here
You
on
know what I mean?
one perspective, yes, you're right. That's the playful perspective, in my opinion. That's
That's
the
life.
everybody get along. No. That's
That's
the
life,
everybody.
bro.
That's kumbaya.
Fuck it. You got
That's
Target and
kumbaya and
Walmart,
shit.
bitch. Choose which one
That's
you want to
cool.
use. We can't just
But
all go to Target. Sometimes I gotta go to both, bro. You got what I don't
bro,
want? I gotta go over here.
but what you
You know what I
don't
mean?
know is that
Competition.
the teeth, the knives, and the fangs come out behind the scenes, right? No
Let
one's
it. That's
okay with being second.
competition.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you're saying there could be two. There's enough money for two, and that's the kumbaya perspective. Okay, we can all agree with that. But when it comes to money, when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
greed, when it comes to finance, when it
Mm-hmm.
comes, I'm telling you, there's only gonna be one, bro. There's
Nah,
only gonna be one,
nah.
and it's gonna be the king apex predator of liquidity. It's called the black hole of liquidity, and that's
Mm-mm.
going to be either Uni, Sushi, or 1-inch, or some L2. some layer two. I doubt it'll be a layer two. But I'm telling you, I really only seeing there being the king and the rest. You know what I'm saying?
Is there
That's
only
just
one bank? Is there only one stock
I
market?
understand,
Is there only
but
one store? Is there only one?
I
Look,
get it.
and
I
us as
I
consumers and
get
us as trying to make money, it's actually good that there's more than one. Like there's actually good that there's
I I'm
competition. Like for me,
I'm with you.
I'm like, look, thank the competition for coming in. Like Binance Chain, even though I don't really fuck with y'all, thank you for coming in and making Ethereum feel like, yo, people are actually leaving. People are right. We got to do something ASAP. So all
Oh
the
yeah,
little
and then you
Ethereum
got
heads is getting
Binance coming
scared.
in the game.
You got Ethereum heads getting scared. Light that up, bro. We've been paying high fees for a minute. What's up?
Okay, okay. Let's break down. Let's break down some high school shit, some middle school shit. We got the WWF, bro. That's what I'm seeing. You got the triple X. You got fucking Stone Cold. You got the fucking Rock, right? You got fucking I don't know. I forgot all the other ones, man.
It
I'm telling
wouldn't
you.
have been
So,
no fun if there wasn't no bad
but
guy.
but what we're seeing right now, and this is just fuck the kumbaya shit. It can only last for so long. This is just humanity and money, right? So you're gonna see a fucking Royal Rumble. I know what you know what a Royal
It's gonna
Rumble
be
is.
two
That's
banks,
when
bro.
that's when everybody gets in the fucking ring and they all duke it out,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there can only be one.
Right.
There can only be one, and
For
that's what we're
that
gonna see.
match. But then that Royal Rumble had a bunch of
Bro, why
matches
you throwing me
before it,
all
bro.
off?
Next subject, bro. Next subject, bro.
I'm telling you,
You want some shit.
Uni. It's either there's only one liquid decentralized exchange, automated market maker. Well, then you got Bancor coming up too. I'm not
and
fucking with
Kyber.
Bancor, but
And Kyber been
nah, Kyber's
around.
out the fucking game,
Listen,
bro.
guys, make
Kyber's
your
out the
money
fucking
where you
game.
make your money at. Whether you bank with Chase or whether you bank with Bank of America, there will be multiples. Mark my words. Hey,
Listen,
which one is gonna outbeat each other? That's you got to choose which dog you want to choose
listen.
in the race.
Sooner or
Somebody
later,
said, let's get to
there.
the chat real quick. Somebody said, yo, I bought Cardano. Yeah, I think it's about to go down. The thing about this argument is he don't know how much Roots has mad over the last couple years, which will remain silent. Yeah, we
Okay.
never talk about how much each other makes.
Yeah,
Um,
because you don't want to become a target. We're already targets enough. Believe me, you don't know how many phishing emails I get just from talking about
oh, I got
cryptocurrency.
hacked already. Not only
You
that,
know,
it's like,
so
grown men don't talk about their pockets with each other. We just
yeah, I mean,
we know what's
because
up.
as long yeah, I mean, if you going through a hard time or something, just let me know. I'll look out for you, and I'm not gonna put it out there like that. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
vice versa. But
Whoa, 1 inch is dropping more, air dropping
yeah,
more.
well, that's pretty much what it looks like. That Thundora one, it looks like that because they're trying to get as much liquidity, and
Mm-hmm.
if you know how to use Uni, then it's just not that much harder to figure out. 1 inch, you may have to
Right.
do a little extra shit, but you can actually stake in the 1 inch governance. You can't do that with Uni. So I'm surprised Uni has held up so much liquidity versus Bancor, which is liquidity mining. Fucking 1 inch doesn't. They do liquidity mining, but it's not permanent. Okay, and none of I guess liquidity mining is just not permanent. Right, even the sushi pools are temporary. So I'm surprised Uni has held up when so
I
many
think it's
other.
because 1 inch is just an aggregator, so like a lot of these other platforms they're gonna still use Uniswap. If you go through one
Well,
inch,
it's an
like
AMM too now.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's
it's an
a
AMM, but like the routing, they still use Uniswap behind the scenes. They use Uniswap liquidity pools. A lot of them do.
and I actually have plans to start my own decentralized exchange automated market maker. And I know most people like, oh, the game's saturated, but
Hmm.
I have some different tricks up my sleeve that I feel that are missing.
So now you agree with me that there's room for others. See, everybody's gonna bring different things to the
Well,
table.
no. Well, I never said that there's room for. If you're gonna jump in the game, you're not jumping in the game to be number two or number three. You're jumping in the game to be number one. So if I'm
Oh
going to
yeah.
start an exchange, I'm going to plan it to be number one. But what? So I'm not going to put it on camera. I'm not going to take about it, but it's what are you actually missing when using these decentralized exchanges? And that's what I figured out. That's what I figured out. What is missing in the whole process of using these decentralized? And no one has the idea I have right now. That's why I think mine could actually really go up. But it's going to take about a year or so in planning and investing. But Rasta swap. I'm already tell people it's called Rasta swap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I feel about the NFT thing that I'm working on, because I'm trying to do it in a way that is bringing something different to the table, and solving an issue, and stuff like that. So I feel it.
Do you, Thundora, do you think Paraswap will airdrop? Do I think? I don't know. I've used it just in case they
Same here.
airdrop, but I think they probably should have airdropped by now if they were. If
Hmm.
not, then yeah. I mean, I'm not sure. At this point, I'm not sure. But the thing about these airdrops is that they're coming from the least expected places. Like Ruler just launched like 2 days ago. I don't even know what Ruler is or what it does, but they airdropped everybody that voted on sushi governance. I missed out. I
Same here.
slept on sushi.
Yeah.
I didn't vote on sushi governments. I missed out on the airdrop. But my black ass did qualify for mask airdrop, pool
Hmm.
airdrop. How did I qualify for the mask airdrop? Because I got crypto roots.eth, bro. They gave airdrops to the people who registered the ENS names, bro.
Yeah.
So I've got like 5 or ENS names. So that's what qualified me for the mask airdrops, because I had the crypto roots.eth registered to my account, bro.
Yeah. So you never really know. Like, I was just thinking about it like this, because then, like, I didn't get the mask airdrop. I got the 1 inch airdrop. I got the uni airdrop. There's a bunch of airdrops that I didn't get. And the thing about airdrops is, like, yo, just play with DeFi, do as much as you can with crypto. And, when the airdrops come around, because literally I tell people, yo, there's random ass reasons why they start airdropping to people. Like, they'll just be like, yo, you
Not
provided liquidity
necessarily.
on some platform, you can get an airdrop. If you, like you said, I never put my Twitter with an ETH address, which you told me to do that a long time ago, and I just slept on it. You know what I mean? So
So yeah,
just
and
experiment with crypto, and you'll have a good time. With
well,
DeFi,
that's the
with
thing though.
DeFi, experiment with DeFi. Actually, you'll have it.
I used to say that and I used to believe that. Okay. But because of gas prices, because there's so many platforms, that it's almost not a good idea to actually just experiment. It's almost a better idea to do some research, figure out what is the common pattern between these airdrops,
Well,
and
that's what I mean about
start
experiment.
finding out. Yeah, which
Like, not
means
just throw money all willy nilly.
yeah. Well, I mean, some people are though. You got to be real. Like
Yeah.
some people are. I was too. Like I'm fucking just. But that's not a good strategy, because you spend more in gas than you could ever really make back.
Mhm.
You don't know, but still, that's just more than like. So what you want to do is find out pretty much. We get into this, is that use a decentralized exchange,
Mhm.
more than likely Uni or Sushi, and vote on governance. That's pretty much the or donate to Gitcoin grants. People like that.
Yeah.
People like that. Communities like when you donate. Communities like when you didn't sell the airdrop. Communities like when you do. So you find out the common pattern. This is the alpha. Use decentralized exchanges, and some of them you had to have using it or a certain dollar amount, right? You had
Mhm.
to make made a certain dollar amount of trades, or had a certain, you don't know, but generally using decentralized exchanges commonly, voting on governance commonly, and donating donating is usually going to get you qualified for something.
I'm gonna throw something else in there too, like on top of that. Layer twos, like layer twos are gonna be huge, and a lot of layer twos are gonna be basically copying everything that you've seen happen on Ethereum. So it's like, with the layer twos, there's already been a bunch of airdrops of some layer two tokens, just to get people to go and experiment and work with the bridge and set up their wallets and stuff like that. So pay attention to the layer two platforms and the new things coming out on the layer two platforms. Like, Uni got me eligible for a lot of airdrops, and if there's a layer two AMA that's kind of doing the same thing as Uni, when other projects drop on that layer two, then it might have the same effect, or something like that. It's just a maybe, but it's just something to look at.
Yeah, no doubt. And for anybody who feels
And
like
it's
they're missing
cheaper.
out, for anybody who feels like they're missing out on the game, believe me, airdrops in the new normal. They are, but putting yourself in a position to be qualified for them, that's a different story, because more and more projects are opening, and you just really don't know what. And some of these projects may throw you off their strategy. Like, nah, I don't really want to mess with that, but maybe they'll airdrop. You know, so you kind of have to be okay with not getting airdrops, Literally, it's just the reality of it. You didn't
Yeah.
qualify,
Yeah.
but what you do want to do with me and everything current, you want to use DeFi enough, and obviously provide liquidity, and also contribute. There's another thing of getting money. If
Hmm.
you contribute,
Yeah.
if you
That's an easy
contribute,
one. That's a real easy one. If you're just looking for ways to come up on somebody, like for a lot of people, they be like, yo, win airdrops, win airdrops. I'm like, if you're waiting on airdrops, that's kind of a
you're
horrible
gambling.
strategy. Yeah, that's
You're
kind of a
kind of
horrible
gambling at
strategy
the
to try to
yeah.
make money right now. So it's like, if that's the case, you're better off just hopping in some of these communities and being like, yo, you guys need anything? And they'll throw
Just
you some
consistently.
bread. Just, they'll, depending on what you can offer them, that's a good way for you to come up with some money to invest right there.
I'm telling you, one of the easiest things. Not, I wouldn't say easy, okay,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, not easy.
one of the first things you can do that require very little to no skill is find out a project you like, join the Discord or Telegram, ask hella questions, do hella research. Once you feel like you have the project down solid, then be in the Discord chat and answer all the questions the newbies have. You do that consistently for a month, 2 or 3 months, the community will recognize you as a contributor and you will be put onto the donation fund rate. This is how so many people make bread. I see them. They're the same person I
Hmm.
talk to every time I join that chat, the Wi-Fi chat. They're the first person to answer like they're just there consistently helping the community. And that is very valuable because that takes the pressure off the devs, the designers, even some of the moderators. And you become a moderator at that point.
Yeah,
And that's all it
I've seen
takes,
that in a
bro.
couple Telegram groups too, where there's just somebody who's really excited about the project. They're in there talking to people. They're in there answering questions, and sure enough,
They're just,
the devs
yeah,
and everybody say, "Hey, you know what? We need you. We need a
yeah.
customer
We need
service person.
someone. Your help. You're yeah.
we're
And
decentralized. You're helping. We're gonna pay you. That's how decentralization works."
like especially the communities that value community. I know it sounds crazy. There's communities that really value community,
Yeah.
such as
Hmm.
Index Co-op, such as Badger DAO, such as Yearn Finance. These are people. These are communities that specifically have a treasury, specifically vote on how much money they to give back to contributors. Like
Yeah.
that's one of their biggest
Hmm.
concerns is how do we have enough money? How can we get enough money to give back to people who have been contributing? This is the real shit. And this is
Hmm.
how I'm getting paid thousands from Index Co-op. Index Co-op has paid me some fucking bread, right? And all I do is just post this, post that, post this, post that. But once you've been recognized, they already know because it's kind of hard to jump in the game later. That's why you kind of want to get projects that first day launch within the first week or first month of launching, because now the core members, are like, yeah, you were there from the beginning. You were there
Yeah.
from the beginning, right? And now it's easier to get on the payroll when they can see that you were there from the beginning versus getting on a Wi-Fi payroll is going to be very hard right now.
Yeah.
There's
So many
thousands of
people are
people.
already
Yeah.
excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why. So I'm giving you some of the hints, bro. I started with Index within the first 2 or 3 days of them launching. And I've been consistent. I'm not like super into it, because I got my own thing on my own channel. And there's other people who don't have their own channel and they decided
Yeah.
to go super hard. So you decide how much you want to contribute, but that's at the end of the day, contribution is valuable.
Yeah.
Money is a language of value. Money is a belief system of value. Money is a representation of value. So contributing is valuable, which means you get more money. And decentralized finance, what form of money? You're not going to get US dollars, bro. Don't be fucking
Right.
stupid, right? And you're
Not
more
only
than
that,
likely
time, like time is also money. So if you're spending your time and they see that you're showing up in their time and time, showing them, yo, I'm willing to spend some time in here and do some stuff, like, you can make some pretty nice, gains on uh spending time in the right places. You know what I mean?
and and don't be immature and start thinking, yo, I made a few posts, yo, I made a video, start paying me now.
Yeah.
Doesn't really kind of work that way.
Yeah, no,
You're gonna
definitely
have
not.
to do some time, and you're probably not gonna get any recognition for it right away. But the more you consistently do it, the more you start getting known in the community. This is just the way things work. If you had a community, you would run it the same way, you know. And let me bring this up. This is just from what I've experienced, and I deal with a lot of people. I
Mhm.
mostly men around my age, or if not older, and we got to cut some of this immaturity shit out. And I don't want to. There's not necessarily one little thing, but we have to cut it out, and we need to behave more maturely when it comes to money and investing and interacting with other people when it comes to money and investing.
That is
Let's
very
not be immature children, bro. Let's not like complain about what other people are doing with their money. Let's just step our game up, and respectably talk to each other, and respectfully share our opinions. And I just noticed that that's not the culture when it comes to new people, or just, I don't know.
because
We got
it's a honestly, that's because that's a money mindset that people ignore. Like if you hop in anything and you're trying to make money, you have to have the right money mindset. If your mindset about money is all screwed up and all out of whack, like you tend to find problems in places where there's no problem there, or you tend to see things going on with money that you shouldn't be seeing. Like for example, if you're over, yo, what are you doing? How come you're talking about this? What are you investing in? How come you're investing in that? Why are you worried about what's in my pockets? Yo, look, pay attention to your own relationship with money, not mine. And that's where it's like,
and
that's the
and for
biggest
the most
alpha
part,
that I can
yeah.
give anybody when it comes to making money or trying to get to a certain level in this game, or get to where, me and Roots have taken ourselves, like to get to that level. That's the most important thing you can do, is check in with your relationship with money real quick and make sure you figure out how you feel about it. And is that my girl? Do I love her? Or is that some chick that I'm just fucking sometimes, whatever the case may be. What's your relation? Do you have a good relationship with money? Fuck all the other things. That's the most alpha that I can give anybody in the world when it comes to making money.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to
And
throw that in because I'm passionate about that.
well, no, and I agree with you. And people like me, crypto roots and everything currency, we are putting ourselves out there, which means we are, not only do we expect criticism, because that's just what it is. We're open to criticism. Like, we're not afraid to just hear, like, we already know what people are going to say, and we're so confident in ourselves and our investments and who we are as people that, fuck it, like, we are doing okay spiritually. I just feel that vibe for everything currency. Like, he still has his sanity. I'm sure he makes wise decisions. I'm sure he spends his actual money on his health, taking care of it. And that's ultimately really what I respect, is how are you spending your money? How are you spending your time? If you want to talk to
Mhm.
me, let at least show me some results. Put yourself out there, bro. Make a
Mhm.
YouTube channel. Like, it's not that hard. If you really want to get on my, at least not on my level, if you really want my time and attention, like, some people really do, it seems like, start a YouTube channel. It's really not that hard to get on camera and start talking about something you're passionate about. Then I'll start be like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe, I mean, I'll start to reach out, because you're willing to take the risk that I'm willing, and everything currency. Like, nah, we're passionate about this. We're gonna speak about this, and we'll be so consistent that you could already tell we're making money. You could
Yeah,
already. You don't have to. You don't even have to.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. Consistency is key, and I'll tell you, people fuck with consistency. For me, it doesn't even matter what you're doing if you're consistent with it. If you have an idea, I consistently got this idea I'm building or something like that. Like I could tell the people right away who are gonna accomplish that idea and who are just yapping their mouths. You know what I mean? Like you can see consistency, and that's the key right there. Whatever you're doing, whatever your idea is, just be consistent in that. If your idea and your idea is to make money in this market, be consistent on that idea. Most people are not consistent on the idea of making money. They're just consistent on the idea of watching YouTubers talk about crypto or talking to their friends. Be consistent on something that's actually benefiting you. You know what I'm saying? Health or wealth wise.
Yeah, so much so, like, I could be comfortable and just be like, I'm good. I already made, like, I'm good. I'm diving deep into layer two. I studied all day on optimistic roll ups. Then I got into ZK Snarks ZK roll up. So right now I'm realizing, yo, there's a new level of the game. There's a new chapter in the book of decentralized finance, and it's called layer two, bro. Now, it's my responsibility to stay up to date, so I can keep you guys up to date. You know, so this is there that I as soon as I saw, like, starts getting too comfortable, that's when I know I need to start pushing myself even further.
Yeah.
So
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 getting
layer,
back to crypto and back to
yeah.
that, what's okay, let's talk about layer two for a little bit. What's your play on layer 2? What's your take on layer 2 right now? As far as I know, there's a lot of layer 2 platforms.
Yeah,
To be
there's a
honest
lot.
with you, like
There's a
I
lot.
don't. My opinion is this, because I talk to a lot of new people. I onboard a lot of new people into crypto. Layer 2 is too complicated to achieve what it's trying to achieve. So how do you feel about layer 2, and which layer 2 do you feel like is making it easiest and cheapest for people to get involved? Or which one do you think? Because I know a lot of them are just uh, building right now.
Well, I looked into optimistic rollups today.
Mhm.
I got a better understanding of that. And then, but I feel a bit more confident about ZK rollups, zero knowledge proof, snarks. But there's a difference between complicated and necessity, right? When no matter how complicated things, if you're fucking really necessary, whether that's through government laws, bankings, slow transactions, it's going to push you to earn more complicated. And yes, it's a few more steps L2, but once you get those steps down, there's nothing. It's like you're dealing with Binance Smart Chain, but decentralized. I can breathe now. I can actually make these purchases without stressing or worrying that I'm spending too much money, or So there's just so much more benefit, and there really is no other choice but for you to learn and adapt. Yes, it's complicated, but that's just how new technology is. Until this is standard and like ZK rollups behind the scenes, WhatsApp encryption, like you know, but that's what's going to separate the winners from the losers at the end of the point. The people who are willing to say, hey, this is a bit more complicated, but I'm willing to learn, you know, whether that's
Okay, so you're
necessity or not.
more of on the dev side than me. So how do you feel about
ZK rollups.
ETH 2.0, and all this stuff? Like, isn't, I know I'm probably just over speaking because I don't really pay attention too much to it, but it's like, isn't ETH 2.0 supposed to kind of do the same thing that all these layer 2, that's the problem that these layer 2s are trying to solve? Isn't ETH 2.0 supposed to solve all those issues? So what's the long term, uh
Well, the cool thing
what's the
is
end
that they
game
can
for
work.
these layer 2s?
Well, the cool thing is that they can work symbiotically. They can work together because of the whole system. So not only can you have ETH on layer 2, but you can not only can you have Ethereum 2, but you can have Ethereum 2 with layer 2. So what's better than
Okay,
fucking
yeah.
like damn near instant fucking damn near free transactions, right? So either way is good. And if both, even better. But we
Mhm.
need it. There is no doubt that we absolutely need it. And I
Mhm.
know because I spend more on I don't know who's watching this, but for the most part I spend more on gas than most of the people watching this video. And I'm not going bragging about that. It's just I understand we're early. And I understand I've made enough money. I've qualified for enough airdrops that this gas money is worth the investment.
Yeah,
Is
definitely.
is absolutely worth the investment. You know,
Yeah, I never thought I would be spending this much money on fees and swaps and stuff
I
like that, but hey, man.
but you reached another level of the game though, and that's
Yeah,
money.
no, and
You
that's
reach
what I'm
you
saying. Like the thing about it
yeah.
is like for like going to layer 2, you still need to pay some type of gas fees to get over to layer 2 in the first place. So it's like you got to still wait. Like for me, I've been wanting to get on a loop ring. I got to wait until I don't got to pay $80 to transfer some ETH over there. But I know once I get to it, it's fine.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's different levels of the game, and people like me and you, we understand we can afford gas. Obviously, we want to save as much gas as possible, but spending $35 or sometimes $50. I mean, back when I was broke, that's like a fucking few meals, man. Like that's, you know,
I don't care
so
how
is
much money you make, man. Nobody wants to pay $50 for a swap.
nobody
Not when I can do
does.
it. Look,
Nobody does, but
you ain't gonna like this, Rootz. You gonna hate this statement, but look, bruh, I'll use my fucking sex account and get charged 0.00002 to change out some coins before I pay $150 on Uniswap.
no, I mean, there's different ways to go about it.
I
And
mean, I like decentralized better. Don't get me wrong. I love decentralization. I love what they're doing, but I do feel like we're early enough to where some of those things I just have to make some choices myself. You know what I'm saying?
it's a risk to reward ratio.
Right.
If you see an opportunity,
Right.
how big of an opportunity is it? Is it really worth it? And that's to each its own on that one, I
Yeah,
can't
for sure.
complain,
Yeah.
and I'll be honest, if you really want to, less is more, bro. Less is more. The less you do, and especially is more. If all you did was stack ETH, you'd probably be doing just really well. If all you did was stack ETH and then put it into an interest bearing ETH token and sit on that, I'm telling you that's that's not a bad strategy. You spend very to little to no gas, and
Yeah.
you're
Hey,
investing in a
when
token
the
that's
if you
expected
go
to
on
go up.
that
And
website, ethfees dot what the fuck,
yeah,
ethfees.wtf, you can see how much your ETH would have been worth if you just held on to all that ETH that you spent on gas. And sometimes you look at that versus, other coins in your portfolio or other things that you spent ETH on, and you're like, would it
yeah,
have been
bro.
harder to just hang on to my ETH sometimes?
I'm
That's why I don't
constantly
sleep on ETH,
monitoring.
man. I can never sleep on ETH, and you got to have a good portion of portfolio. I got to have a good portion. It's not financial advice. So I got to have a good portion of my portfolio, in ETH and Big Papa
And,
Bitcoin.
and let's talk about the thing no investor really wants to admit.
Mhm.
Sometimes you're just fucking bored. Sometimes you were bored, you're up late, and the markets are kind of doing shit, not really doing shit, sort of doing shit. And you know what? Let me do something. Let me do something just to do it. Like, we got to
Mhm.
stop that. You got to control that.
Mhm. That's where that
Investing
saying
because
when
you are
people say
bored.
just be patient, that's where that comes in. That's where that comes in. Just be
You know,
patient. Just
we're
do
we're
something
we're
else.
all behind a screen on a computer. None of us are really directly with this is the reality of it. And then you get in all these maxi groups and tribalism groups, and then you just start clicking a bunch of shit, and you start spending money that you really would not spend if you didn't feel you wanted to brag about it. Like, these are all the little idiosyncrasies we all have, but no one really wants to admit. You don't really need. It's like going to the kitchen. The only reason you're eating is because you're bored. You're not hungry. You're just bored. Same thing.
Right.
The only reason you're investing is because you don't really. You're making money or whatever. The money's already made. You don't, but you still are spending more money. Because these are the little things that kill you, bro. Like,
Crypto's
slightly. It's like,
addicting, man. Crypto is addicting, man. DeFi on top of that is even more addicting. Making money is even more addicting. So
well, here's the thing. Here's how I deal with that. Here's how I deal with that addiction. I choose to focus on other things crypto besides the spending money part,
yep.
besides the making money part. And that's where I really focus in on the programming and developing, because it distracts me away from spending more money. It keeps me in a position of holding my interest rate. Like, so it's like, once you've made your investments, do something that keeps you away from spending more money on investing, or at least learn a skill that can give you enough more money to invest. That's the way I see it. And that takes real discipline. It
Yeah.
really does, to
Mhm.
not spend money and to focus your time on energy on other things around your investments versus actually spending the money to invest. This
Mhm.
is just really helpful. I mean, I don't know.
That's the
I'm telling you,
psychology
yeah.
side of it. It's like this. People don't like, people overlook stuff like this, and they just be, tell me the next coin that's gonna pump. Look, bro, you're gonna miss it, because this is what it takes. It takes having this mindset, right, and having these times where you just say, hey, look, I'm invested in that over there. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna touch it. I'll start looking for new things to invest in. I'll go, I'm not gonna be in the Telegram group yelling at the team and stuff like this. I'm not going to be complaining that I'm paying so much money for fees every day when I probably shouldn't even be making that many swaps every day. If I'm not,
Listen,
you know,
listen. The plain
patience,
bagel,
patience.
the plain
Patience.
bagel on YouTube. Look it up. Subscribe. The plain bagel investment channel.
The plain bagel.
Investopedia.com. Look it up.
Definitely look that up.
These
Study
are
investment
things you
media.
can do with your time to learn about more of what you can. And you know what I'm saying? It only expands what you can do when you have more money, right? Your knowledge, right? If you're stuck on one, no, no, no. There's things you can do to expand your investment knowledge to get more out of it when you actually have more money or when the market's down. Like, The
Like
flash
it
crashes.
doesn't matter how much you start with, bro. It doesn't. A lot of people want to get rich quick, but look, learn how to trade. Learn how to bring in 10% on a trade and do that over and over and over and over and over and over. You can start with $50. You don't need to wait until you had 10 bands or something, like, but you got to spend that time getting that knowledge first. It's just that's part of it.
The knowledge is the true freedom, bro. The
Yeah.
knowledge is the true freedom. Some people are investing in shit and don't even really know how to maximize what they're investing in. Like, did you know some people invest in compound finance? Are like, no, bro, you can like borrow against that money. Wait, what? No, yeah, bro, you can open up your own credit line against what you put in.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can always take. Trust me, in DeFi, there's always a next level. There's always a next level, and the more you spend your time learning about the next level, when you're actually prepared to get to the next level financially, it's there. It's like so. These are all the little tips, because it doesn't do you much good to go in the group and like I just spent my whole paycheck on Cardano. I've seen Reddit posts. Oh, you're working a part-time job, bro. You spend but the only reason you spent it is so you can get recognition in the community, on the online community, as that. Hey, congratulations, bro. You spent all that money. That's immature shit, bro. That's really immature shit. And you shouldn't really be bragging about your investments. We do it because we're YouTubers and we want to. And I'll be honest. I'm not making a video about something unless I'm already invested. I will be honest. And if I'm not invested, I will tell you I'm not invested in this shit.
Yeah,
but I'm looking
that's
to
the thing
invest.
about
But
me
that's
too.
me
Yeah,
giving up my alpha.
I'll tell you guys straight up. Hey, look, that's the thing. YouTubers, and I'll speak for like most YouTubers. You know what I mean? YouTubers are just sharing their research, guys. Like we're just sharing our research. A lot of times, some of the stuff we have might not add up. Some of the stuff might work out. Most of the time, we're sharing research on shit that we already bought. Yeah,
Bro.
like
Bro, if you got a big enough audience or even a small enough audience, you can see that once I dropped that video, that price pumped like 3 to 5%. Like 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 you don't know if that was you
that's
directly,
no.
but you're like,
Honestly, that's why I feel bad for some of the like bigger YouTubers. Like, because I've seen some of the bigger YouTubers, they be like, "Yo, I want to talk to you guys about this coin because I really like it." Like, and some of them are like on the dev end, so devs really care less about like the price action. They're just like, "Yo, I see this price, I see this coin, and it's gonna do dope." And then you see like they got about 100K followers who were like ready to go ahead and put that order in as soon as they name the coin or as soon as they drop the video, and they tell people in the video, "Look, man, when I drop this video, the coin's probably gonna pump, so just wait." Please just wait, let the price come down. And then they drop the video and you see people in the comments pissed off. "Man, I'm never going into a coin you talk about because the price dumped after I bought." Dude, he told you to wait. That's the thing.
and that's what I had to mention. I think I don't want to shut up, but I have to be very careful for many reasons about what coins I actually promote on my channel. The first reason is that I need to get paid for doing my research and making the investments and actually really getting involved. So I do need to make some of my money back. That's why I don't share everything for free. But I have to give enough game so people that know and follow me, like, yo, Rootz is actually pretty legit. His shit is consistent. So it's a fine line between how much I share, you know what I'm saying? But I as much as I tell people I'm no financial advisor, people are gonna be like, yo, Rootz knows what he's doing, and I'm gonna follow what. So you can't just be promoting everything, and I don't do that. But when I do promote something, first of all, I'm invested, and second of all, I'm more than likely invested in the long term. Okay, I'm more than like so. If I'm promoting a video, I'm probably gonna make 2 or 3 videos about it continuously, because I'm in it for the long term. But that's why I do have to be mindful about. But you're different. The way the way you post your videos. I wouldn't say you're constantly talking about coins, but it looks like I've seen one of your live streams where people were donating to you, like, yo, thank you for that, yo, thank you for that, yo, thank you for that. And I'm like, all right, he's playing the game differently than I am. He's playing the game.
For me, I'm sharing my research. So it's like, put it this way, it's like I can sit here and yell at people and say, do your own research, do your own research. It takes years to get to the level of research that we've reached. Some people don't have that time. People don't have time to sit around all day like I decided to do and research these coins. Not only that, I'm doing this all the time. So my strategies go from short term, midterm, long term. I want to make income in crypto. I want to make passive income in crypto, and I want a retirement fund in crypto. You get what I'm saying? So the coins that the way that I'm working through crypto is like that's what you're gonna get on my channel. You're gonna find the research of a lot of the shit that I'm actually myself diving into. You know what I mean? So
Word.
it's like that's why I think my strategy is a lot different. I think that's why people really like my channel, because they could tell that I'm pretty honest about like, hey, yo, look, a lot of this shit, when we hit the bear market, most of these coins are gonna go down. I'm not finna tell you otherwise. I don't care what I'm excited about. That's what I seen happen. That's my experience. And then in the bull market, most of these coins, including the shit ones, are gonna go up. So for me, I'm just gonna talk about the ones that I feel like have some type of value for me in my portfolio. You get what I'm saying?
Word. Word.
So
And I can't stress enough the importance of voting, especially in decentralized finance. I can't stress enough. Not only are you potentially qualifying for more airdrops, let's just get that straight, but your vote matters. And
if you
and
believe
not
in a
just that,
project, yeah.
it's how much of the token you hold is how much of your voting power. Let's not forget that, new people. The more of the token you hold, the more influence you have on the protocol. So your voting power depends on how much of the token you have. So if you're really quote unquote emotionally invested, or really deeply invested, you better be holding a pretty fucking big bag if you want to have bigger influence on the system. You know?
Or at least be voting. Like a lot of people, they have a lot to say about what goes on in the community, and they want certain things to happen, or they disagree with some of the the moves that the community decides to make, but they don't ever vote. you know
Yeah. I mean, so, but at the same time, I understand certain issues that there's so many things to vote on. And that's why I made the video. Voting can be a full-time job, but you're gonna have to do hella research on what you're voting on, because most of these topics or most of these proposals are created by people who are much fucking smarter than you. I'm gonna be very honest. You look at some of these proposals, you're like, yo, homeboy knows what the fuck he's talking about. He
Yo,
has
like
presented
honestly, like
so
for me, I don't want to if I don't really know what it's about, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm not gonna vote, bro, because
well.
I'm
It's
not
better
gonna
that you
make it.
don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't know what I'm talking. I'm not just gonna be. Oh yeah, I agree with that, and that could be horrible for the platform.
Well, that's where we get into
So,
delegated proof of stake, right?
right.
Delegated votes, right? I don't know what's best. I don't have enough time. I have votes. Let me shoot that to homeboy. Let me shoot that to Rootz or Jay, because I feel they're going to make the best decision on my behalf and for the whole ecosystem. That's the beautiful part about all this. You can delegate your votes. Now, that's a bit extra steps, and I personally, I still haven't done it, but I know I have the power to do so on some platforms such as Compound and Uniswap, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's a position I should probably start diving deeper into, is like, yo, like, this is what I do for a full-time job. Send your votes to Roots. I'm gonna make the best fucking informed decision as possible. But there's
Right.
so many. And so I had a talk with myself the other day, which is you got to choose your main ones, bro. You got to choose your main ones. You got to choose. Not only do you try to choose your main ones when it comes to your liquidity, like which projects am I really just gonna put it all into long term. Not only that, but you got to choose the main ones that you choose to pay attention to as far as governance wise. If so, they kind of have to coincide. If you're going to be spending a lot of your money on Badger DAO, you better start fucking voting, paying more attention to Badger DAO voting. Like they
That's
just
the
kind of coincide.
Badger is the only one that I'd be looking at the proposals, because I got money in Badger, so I'm definitely
Well,
paying attention to those proposals,
well,
more than a lot of other ones.
so
So that
I
happens.
have
I think that should happen naturally. I think if you have money into some coin or some project that you're really into and it's decentralized, go ahead and hop into the
Trust.
community and figure
So
out what's
many
going
people
on.
don't. So many people don't. So many people feel that's an extra hassle. So it all depends if you're voting on chain, off chain, right? If you're voting on chain, gas is fucking extremely expensive, especially with some of these voting, right?
Yeah,
But if
that's
you're
true.
voting off chain, then you don't necessarily qualify for some of these airdrops because it's off chain, right? If you're doing it through a snapshot voting, you don't necessarily. So it's a weird game right now. It's a weird game right now, but you definitely should get involved because you're actually going to learn a lot more from reading proposals.
Right.
And you're clicking yes or no. And and just imagine how much you had to learn just to make an informed decision to click yes or no. And that's just one proposal on one platform. You mean you got Yearn Finance, you got Sushi, you got Aave. So let's talk about it. What what governance what governance am I really feel like I should focus? Aave, definitely. Yearn Finance, definitely. Cream, definitely. Why? Because they're gonna start listing some of the assets that you can't make money anywhere else on Cream. Cream's I always call Cream the fucking Craigslist of fucking lending protocols. The fucking
Cream?
Craigslist, right?
Really?
Because well, yeah, man, you Aave would not think about listing the shit Cream list. Compound would
That's
never
true.
think,
That's true.
no, it's the fucking Craigslist. You show up,
That is true.
hey, we got a bunch of drunk people that are gonna vote you in. Once you're voted in, hey, you fuck it, we'll just add like 50 more currencies. Like that's the one thing I can appreciate about Cream is that it's just like, yeah, there's not that much barrier to entry, you know.
Yeah.
We'll fucking list you, you know. But I like the way that Cream does it. I can't ignore Cream's governance, right? So it's Badger DAO governance, Aave governance, Compound governance, Uni governance, Sushi governance, 1inch governance. I mean, I'm literally overloaded with how much governance I feel I need to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel it's so valuable that I should be paying attention to it. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel that. Like for me, like I said, with the whole governance thing, I like to pay attention to the ones that I'm really involved with. Like, the two main that I pay attention to is obviously like index coup. For people who don't know,
Yeah.
behind DPI, and then also Badger.
And let's talk about that. Not to interrupt you. Let's talk about the index DAOs. There's a plethora. You got Power Pool Index, then you got Indexed. You heard of that one? Indexed, NDT, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got
Yeah. See, I'm not involved with any of those. Just the index coup, the one behind
bruh. I'm not dissing Index Co-op. Believe me, I'm not. They do got some minor issues. Most of the devs. This is not talking shit about Index. It's just the reality of it. Most of the devs still have a lot of work they need to do with set protocol.
Right.
So they're balancing two major projects, bro. You got set protocol and all its other things. And believe me, I'm personally invested. I have the Elon Marley index, the WE ticker symbol. Yeah. So they need more manpower because the devs are split between set protocols and index co-op. Mm-hmm. And then you got, I'm really bullish on Power Pool Index, CVPs, concentrated voting power. I'm giving away my alpha, bro. Power Pool Index is really doing some shit because now they have a new concept. Nobody else is doing this. Mm-hmm. It's called a DAM. A DAM. What is that? It's a dynamic automated market maker. We haven't seen any shit like this, and that's why I feel Power Pool Index is really leading the way. Now, what is a DAM, dynamic automated market maker? Well, what the DeFi Pulse Index, it's called a non-productive assets. You just own the assets. They're not being used in any productive way. Mm-hmm. Now the ASSY Index, ASSY by Power Pool Index. Have you heard of Power Pool? CVP?
Yeah,
I put you one of them. I
bought
put you one of them a while ago.
I bought CVP when you told me to. When you told me about them, I did my research and I was like, yo, at that point in time, I was really looking into the index tokens, and I saw that I saw that CVP was a cool one. The only thing that I that sucks right now about my CVP investment is that the pool that I was invested in got depreciated. So I
Deprecated.
had to yeah. They whatever, what'd you say? What was the word?
It was you probably got into
They called it the baby pool.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
was
so
like that was when it first came out. Now they
right.
had to upgrade it. They upgraded.
Hmm.
Now that's what they have now. I understand.
Yeah.
I had to do the same thing too. I was a little peeved and annoyed, but
Yeah, no,
that's
no, it's cool. Though my only issue with, like, I'm holding that coin still because to transfer that out, the gas fees are crazy. They're
insane.
like 3-4 times what they are on Ethereum.
So PIPT, that's different. That's an index token.
Yeah.
But the thing about PowerPoint Index is that they have 4 different products, and that's what I like is that they're pushing a bit more than Index Co-op, and that's fine. Whatever, everybody's different. But what I want to specify on is ASSY, ASSY. That's what it's called, and it came up with some crypto YouTuber. Now, the difference about ASSY is that it's a DAM. It runs on a dynamic automated market maker. What does that mean? Is that it changes based on the different weights and of the assets. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean? ASSY stands for Aave, Synthetics, Sushi, and Urine. That's called ASSY.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the cool thing about this index token, and not only that, I'm fucking farming sushi with it. Now, check this out. It takes Aave, it takes the underlying assets that you own and puts them to work. No other index is doing this right now.
Mm-hmm.
It takes the Aave that you own from the index and throws into the Aave safety module to earn more Aave.
Okay.
It takes the synthetics that you own and throws it into the synthetic staking to make SUSD. It takes the sushi that you own, throws it in and gets X sushi. It takes the Wi-Fi and throws it into a Y. So it's taking all the assets that you own and putting them to work to make more of the assets.
So it's called an interest
bro. It's called a dynamic automated market maker.
Automated market maker.
Hey, damn, look it up. Now, in order for that to work, they have to have their own Oracle system. It's called PowerPool Oracle. So now I'm like, yo, Chainlink, I don't know, man. I'm switching up because I'm like, I may be better off for me to get in PowerPool Oracle V2 Oracle, right, to help them out. But that's the new level of index. That's what Index Co-op has been trying to do since the beginning, is how can we make all the assets that we own go to work for us to raise the value of the index. They can't do that. It's just not set up that way. But that's what I like about ASSY, is that it puts Aave to work. It puts SNX to work. It puts sushi to work, and it puts Wi-Fi to work, all in the same index. So the index is actually all interest bearing. That's the dope part. And I'm giving away too much alpha. I'm giving away too much alpha, bro.
That is dope. Give away that alpha, bro. What you worried about?
Bro, I'm giving away, bro. You gotta hit me up, bro. Gotta hit me up, man. I spit too much game.
Rootz scared he gonna run out of alpha, y'all. This man ain't gonna
ain't nobody.
He ain't gonna run out of no alpha. Don't worry about giving up no alpha, bro. You ain't gonna run out.
Bro, I'm a developer, so as
I said, you ain't gonna run out.
There's different levels of the game you can talk about,
For sure.
Especially all the way down to the Ethereum virtual machine, So, and that's what I want to also talk about. People get so used to me like, yo, what should I buy? What should I buy? Like, I'm the fucking 7-Eleven of fucking one-stop shops, crypto fucking investments. Right. And that's what some people, especially new people showing up to my channel. New people showing up to my channel, yo, Rootz, what's up? I want to learn the game. And I try to slide into my DMs, and everybody want to be cool with me and not pay for the game, but get the game. Everybody wants to get the game for free. Nobody wants to struggle the way Rootz did for the last fucking 4 years, right? To get the fucking game or spin the gas, to learn how the game works. Nobody wants to do that. And that's why I'm very cautious about who I give the game to, because, you know what I'm saying? People just feel, and then it's like, yo, Rootz, what should I buy? What should I buy? Whoa. How'd this turn into what should I buy, Rootz, every time we talk? What should I buy? Like it's a fucking casino. Like I know what's going to go up in value. Right. And I know you do. Right. I know you probably deal with this more than I do, because you still deal with the whole fucking chat.
That's a standard question that everybody always got to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, my standard answer.
Standard question. I don't even answer it no more.
My standard answer is that's the first level of the game bullshit. I literally say that's the first level of the game bullshit. Asking someone else what you should spend your money on. Why? Because you're more than likely going to try to put the blame on them if it didn't turn out the right way, which shows a sign of immaturity and lack of
Yep.
responsibility and
Yep.
and a laziness to me. So I don't care if you get offended. I don't care. I don't care if you just showed up to my channel, subscribe, and no, I'm not here to offend you, but I'm here to be honest with you and look out for. That's the first level of the game. Asking somebody else what this should buy, because there's so how is the transaction process on the blockchain is the question that I would really respect. If you're new, how is this actually processed? How what does a miner have to do? What is the life cycle of a transaction? You know what I'm saying? What is the history of this? Like these are the questions that I'm like, you know what? I'll spend some more time answering that for you, right? Because you're not asking me a quick way to get rich or a quick way to make a flip and then blame me for it. No. I see that you're actually trying to dig deeper. And believe me, there is a black hole of information when it comes to investing in cryptocurrency. So one of the first things you want to figure out is how is this process, how does proof of work even work? Before you even get into proof of stake, how does proof of work work, right? What are you actually being compensated for when processing a transaction? And can you even potentially set up a miner yourself? Like once you start getting that deep, that's when I have respect for you. And I'm gonna be dead honest. That's when I have respect for you. So yes, yeah, there's what should I buy? First level, once you bought that or once you invested, then start digging deeper. What about Badger DAO makes it so different? What are they trying to do? What is Clause about? What is Dig about? How does a rebase token work? Like, what about it? You got to dig deeper, bro. Especially if you want my time and attention, you got to dig deeper. You know, otherwise you got to pay me. Otherwise you got to fucking pay me, right? If you want to, you got to fucking pay me. But even if you pay me, I'm gonna still dig deep. With
Gotta ask the right questions, man. You gotta ask the right questions.
That's what it's about, bro. That's how you make the money. That's how you make the money. I can't tell you how much time, how many hours I spend in Discord asking fucking questions. And I don't care how fucking stupid I look. I don't care how stupid I look for the questions I ask and for not knowing those questions. Believe me, I get it, you know, but I don't care, bro. I have a whole audience. And you know, my audience and somewhat relies on my understanding of this technology. So I'm not just gonna act like I know some shit or halfway know some shit. No, I'm gonna spend the whole fucking day figuring out this shit until I get it down, bro. It's the reality of it.
Right.
That makes, I don't know, man. Yeah,
that makes sense. Sorry. Like, you know, that makes a whole lot of sense. You know, like I'm not a developer, so I look at things from an investment standpoint, and it's like as like an investor, you have to look at people and say, yo, look, I gotta do my research on these devs. I gotta do my research on this platform. I gotta do my research and see if I'm banking on guys who actually care what's going to happen with this project, or, you know, if I'm banking on an idea or something like that. Like that's, you know, we could talk about all day about how important doing your research is and figuring out, you know, exactly what you need to know before you go ahead. Like, you know, if I ever talk about a coin, I'm giving people research, and in my videos, I tell people like, yo, I'm only giving you the parts that I like. Still dive in. You know, I'm showing you where to go. Here, hop on the website. Come in here. Go to do this, do that. You know, people say,
don't want to get active. They don't want to get active.
For me, like I you know, I put out a video. I say, yo, in the video, I said, there's $100 available for anybody who wants to take advantage of airdrop. I'll put the link in the description. I got at least 25 people asking me to make the video. I didn't have time to make the video. I'm sorry, but I threw it out there, and just to see how many people would actually go and, you know, take the time. If you read the article, it was very elementary to follow. You know, it was like instructions for putting together a toy. You know, it was like,
yeah. So do your quote unquote do your own research. To me, that has gotten stale. That has gotten tasteless.
I don't think it's gotten stale. I think it's gotten overused to the point to where people don't pay attention to it.
Don't. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
That's what I mean. Most. Yeah, that's what I get. You know, but that's what I'm saying. It's the most serious thing that people say that everybody ignores.
No, you're absolutely right on that. But let me take it a step even further. Do your own research before you invest. We all get it. Makes sense. Here's what people don't really get. Do your own research when something goes wrong.
Oh yeah,
that's what a lot of people don't. Whoa! Why are you selling off right now? They got hacked, but it wasn't exactly a hack. You don't do. This is what do your own research when shit goes wrong. Why did it go wrong for you? What happened with the money?
Yeah, that's the
That's when
dream world, man. That's gonna
no,
be in crypto. That's a dream world for people to actually do that. That's a dream world.
no, you got to figure
People
out
are
this shit.
never
I'm
gonna
telling
do
you,
that, man. There's
when
always
when
gonna be
Alpha
that
Amora
certain
got
percentage
hacked,
of the people.
when Alpha Amora got hacked, nobody knew who to really put the fucking blame. Both currencies were dumping, but they were dumping out of fear because they didn't know which currency to dump. Alpha was dumping, Cream was dumping, they were dumping. They were like, I don't, and then everybody's like, wait, I'm dumping the wrong fucking shit. No, no, you know. So that's what you got to understand. When shit goes wrong, when you lose money, when you that's when you actually really need to do your own research. And people don't like that answer. It's
Yeah,
boring. No, no, no. But shit goes wrong once a month, some way, somehow. And even if the shit doesn't go wrong with your bags, start doing your own research on what happened with other people's bags. Because if you think you're exempt, or if you're out of the no, you invested, your money's on the line just as they were. There's
yeah,
so if they got rugged, then
exactly.
you could potentially get rugged. So you need to understand what the fuck a rug pull is. All right, first of all, and understand how these rug pulls set up. What is how much liquidity does one account or address own of this pool? Who started this pool? Like, there's all these little things you can ask to prevent yourself from getting in that position, right?
Exactly.
So do your
Even
own
that's what I
research
said. Yeah.
when shit does go wrong, whether it's for your bags or somebody else's bags, right? Ask them, how did that happen to you? Well, this is what I did. This is what I did. And these are the little things I do that I don't necessarily talk about or make a video about, but I do, and do your own research. To me, so besides when things go wrong, obviously I feel you should step up your research when things are, and that's why I'm getting into smart contracts, security, and following different
Yeah.
people, white hat hackers on CT, people who go and do the forensics of a hack right after it happens, and they're going to give you
Figure
the
out
most
what happened.
up-to-date information, and you're not going to understand most of this terminology, but don't blame yourself because it's new and it should be new. This is the world of decentralized finance. It's new. So don't feel bad or feel you're stupid or don't feel like you can, understand. No, it's all new information, and get used to hearing it. That's how you're gonna learn. Is
Right,
repetition,
right.
right?
So let's
You're gonna
holler at
start
the
learning.
chat real
Yeah.
quick one time. Some people was hollering at us. So you got Dow Jones. So with Dow Jones, so with the
Yeah.
brother.
What's up? Let's look in the chat. I'm sorry. We going off.
We going
So
off on hella different tangents. Al Jones, and we got Thundora. He said it's called
Eric,
ASCII Index.
yeah, ASCII Index, ASSY Index, ASCII Index. Check that out. Eric Durrell, what's up? What's good, brother? We just chilling around. We smoking weed. In fact, we're gonna talk more shit. I feel like we about to end it. Nah, I feel like talking more. More people are showing up. This is the crypto game, and there's too much. There's too much to try to get into one podcast.
Yeah, I got into 7:30. Let's get it. So with
Okay,
y'all.
okay.
So with y'all.
So do your own research. When I hear that, it makes me tingle inside. It makes me tingle.
Really?
Why? Because I'm a DeFi investor, and I've seen how much my own research has paid off. I've seen how much in the past my own research has paid off.
That's
so
true.
when someone tells me to do my own research, oh boy, I can't fucking wait. I can't wait to wake up. I can't. Whoa, sleep. No. I got to do my own research, right?
Hey, hold on. I got to say something too, though. I get why you're saying, like, I kind of get tired, because some people use that phrase as a way to prove to me that they don't know what they're talking about.
So yeah, man.
They'll be like, yeah, this is gonna be this and that with this project. I'm like, oh, really? How does that work? And they go, do your own research.
Cop out, right?
Cop out. Nah, bro. If you ask me about something about a project, and if I don't know, I'll tell you directly. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not the dev. Whatever. I can go find out if I wanted to ask that question. But all my questions about what I'm invested in are answered. You know what I mean? So that's what I would expect from, people who are going to invest in everything. Dow Jones, he said, Dig is cheap right now. So
Dig is cheap, bro. Dig is cheap. You got to understand, it's a rebase token.
Yeah, 29,000.
So the whole purpose of the token is to match the token that it's pegged to. So what's the price of Bitcoin? What's the price of Dig? What does that mean? You have an opportunity to buy discounted Bitcoin.
And the Dig token is gonna do what it does to work its way back up to the price of whatever.
It's going to keep taking more supply out of the system from everybody's wallet. Why? Because as long as demand stays the same, if not increases, then the price goes up. This is basic psychology, basic game theory, basic economics.
Mm-hmm.
But what like people, you as an investor have to rely on people's ignorance and laziness. Because if you did what everybody else is doing, you wouldn't make money. That's just the game. So if what you're going to see when DIG goes below the price of Bitcoin, a lot of people are going to sell off, which drives the price even lower. A lot of people are going to sell off because they see no value in it anymore.
Right.
But you as an investor, understanding how rebase tokens work, understand it's only a matter of time before the algorithm pushes it back up to the price of Bitcoin. So what does that mean? That means to me that I have a guaranteed way of making money as long as I stay patient long enough.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
Can't say that about a regular asset. You don't know how long you're gonna wait, and you don't know if it's gonna go up or go down. But you know, with the rebase token, the algorithm is going to do the best it can based on the circumstances it has, whatever, you know, that it's going to. So these are opportunities, and once people start seeing the price goes low and things going out of their wallet, like my DIG went from $900 down to like less than almost $400 right now. So yes, I lost over $500 to $600 in value, but I'm not focused on that. I'm gonna say it again. I'm focused on my share of the market cap. That's all I care about right now, is getting a larger share of the market cap. So not only can you buy, this is all alpha. I shouldn't even be telling, should be charging y'all motherfuckers. All right. So now
we're gonna change this. We're gonna change the podcast name to Alpha League.
We're gonna change it to Alpha League. We're gonna start getting paid for this. We're gonna do this shit twice a week.
Everything.
We're gonna do a free version. Yeah, man. We start getting paid for this shit. So not only can you buy discounted Bitcoin, which could be a quote unquote a quick flip, relatively, right? You can get a larger share of the market cap. So you're killing almost two birds with one stone. You're getting discounted Bitcoin, and then you're getting a larger share of the market cap. Fuck with your boy Rootz.
True.
You know what I'm saying? What's else in the comments? Let's read the comments.
What's people talk about in the comments?
I wrote one that's time to get started. I sent you images. Yo, you just gotta hit me up when you're ready, man. Like when you're ready, you're ready. Like a lot of people tell me they're gonna get ready. A lot of people, I'm gonna hit you up. Like, man, I'm sorry, but like I move fast. So when you're ready to go, you let me know. Otherwise, I just don't got time to, let people, people telling me they're constantly ready, but they're not ready. So you got to handle that on your own time. And, so once you shoot me the bread, ain't nobody coming on here saying, yo, Rootz scamming me, bro. If you pay me money, I'm going to hit you back with some knowledge. And that's the deal. That's the deal. I don't fuck around. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit you with that knowledge that you can at least start getting a strategy going for you. There's a difference, man. I'm going off, man. I'm having
strategy is key, man. Strategy is key. I think we leaked enough alpha. We talked enough game. We talked about coins.
We gotta wrap it up.
We laughed. We talked about everything. I gotta get up out of here, man. But
all right,
shout out to y'all for watching, man. That was a long one. That was a good one.
Yeah, man. Holla at your boy Crypto Rootz. Holla at your boy Jay. Check the links on the description and donate to, for us to spit in that game. Much love.
Show.